The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Knicks in New York. For the Knicks, they've yet to win against this squad this season. 2 games, 2 losses. We'll see if their luck changes tonight.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of
We're coming at you from beautiful New York City as the Knicks prepare to take the home court. Looking at Chicago, they took the win in their last game against the New York Knicks.
You just have to admire the versatility they were able to display offensively.
Scoring came from every direction, all over the place. If one approach didn't work for them, they found another one that did.
Smith drives in. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Smith's got the opening bucket of the night here for Chicago.
And right off the tip, they get the early offense. Looks like the defense is still running a bit late.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So the Bulls 5 right now. Nick Young is out there with Kyle Gasol. And it's Smith, and it's Rose, and it's Drummond in at the center position. 3, 2. Outside Rose. Smith outside. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Smith's got 5 points so far. Knicks on offense, outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
It's hard to believe this, but Carmelo feels as if he's been underrated as a superstar to this point in his career, and I'm sure there are a lot of conflicting opinions on that topic.
For Carmelo, the numbers are there for him to be treated as a Tier 1 star still, I think, Clark, but it's hard to call him underrated.
Yeah, I think he'll be underrated until he's able to get to the championship round or maybe even win a ring. There's one thing that's clear, though. He's been under a lot of pressure since he's come into the league, and he hasn't been underrated in that regard.
So Anthony nails both of them.
For Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him, but with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
And here are the Knicks. Releases from 15. Here's O'Quinn. Uses the glass to finish the layup. O'Quinn's got his first points in this one.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. It's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
And getting back to Carmelo last year, that team really became devoid of talent. In some games, Greg, in games that he played, he seemed like their only scoring option.
We talk about needing a big 3 to compete for a championship. And for over half the season last year, the Knicks basically had a big half. Because Carmelo missed that half. And when the deck is stacked against you like that, sometimes it's better to fold your cards and live to play another day. And that's really what Carmelo did.
Here's Rose after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Galloway, the pass to Porzingis, 18 feet out, and there's another one for the Knicks.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Outside Rose. The 10-footer. Another one falls for Chicago.
And that's what they have to do more of. They got a great look out of that possession.
The Knicks have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Singus passes to Green. Some nice passing by New York here. Pass to Galloway. Puts up a 3. Rebound Andre Drummond.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Young's shot is off.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Anthony with it. Al Smith defending. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Right here, over these last 10 games on the Bulls schedule, Kevin, this is how they stack up. First in rebounding, first in assist, and they're also #1 in shooting percentage. This is a team that prides itself on taking high-quality shots.
And also, I love their work on the boards. I mean, they put multiple bodies in the paint. Truly a team effort, and that's why they're the best in the league.
That's good.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Anthony dishes to Green. Galloway kicks to Green. Feeds it to Galloway. The dish to O'Quinn. And stolen by Drummond. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Here's Young. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. This is his first free throw of the game.
2 shots.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And so Young nails them both.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
There's Galloway. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Bulls in Chicago.
But what stood out for me was his gorgeous playmaking out there. I mean, over and over, he was finding his teammates in a great position to score.
Good. 7 points for J.R. Smith.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy.
Good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Chicago leading. Outside Rose. Passes it to Drummond. Right side Gasol. Young for 3. No good. New York's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Dishes to Galloway. Kicks it to O'Quinn. 6 on the shot clock. And that one comes up a bit short.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Smith. Again, Chicago.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
And there's the feed to Green. He kicks it to Anthony. Now, here's O'Quinn, defended by Drummond. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Bulls making a switch here. Mirotic is checked in. And so Quinn nails both of them. Bulls have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Mirotic the screen. Rose passes to Mirotic. Off target from outside. That's tipped. And here is Green. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Anthony with it, now guarded by Mirotic. Releases from 15, and that one's good, Anthony.
And the lead goes right back. A seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Just slippery guard soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
And a couple guys got hot early, and then it became contagious. You could see that everybody kind of pitched in when it came to shooting.
Exactly right, Greg. I mean, normally there's a hot shooter. The defense can kind of lock into that guy and then let somebody else get some shots, but that wasn't even an option in that game because everybody was on fire.
And so here is New York following the miss by Derrick Rose. Galloway kicks to Williams. Second chance effort. Shot is off. Good D by Drummond. Chicago trailing here. To the paint from down low. That's good from Gasol on the assist by Rose. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth the whole way thus far.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Here's Galloway. 6 points for him. And a follow wide open. He shoots. And again, New York with the triple.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Well, offensively at least, partner. I mean, neither team's done jack diddly on D.
Now here's Rose. What a tremendous game he played against New York. Fader on the way, and he can't bank that one in. New York's gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range.
And you guys, he was once considered a tweener, but now I think Derrick Williams is kind of settled in to that 4 position. It seems to be the best position fit for him at this stage of his career.
Here's Rose, following the basket by Derrick Williams. Fade away. This all no good.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Aflalo kicks to Galloway. Anthony on the wing. With the fadeaway. No luck. And the Bulls going the other way now. Last year, Williams did find a nice niche playing the 4. Still, his minutes and numbers, Clark, remain low.
Well, it's unfair because he was drafted so high, top 5 when he came out, and I don't think he'll ever live up to that draft position. The highlight dunks are great, but he's got to find other ways to continue to grow.
And he gets it back. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Knicks shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
And that one falls for Aaron Aflalo. Lewis Amundsen is checked in for New York. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Splitter is checked in for Andre Drummond. Gibson comes in for Pau Gasol. Tony Snell's checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Clarkson in for Rose. Shot's good for Seraphin.
Off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? You like their effort level here in the early going. I mean, they're really making things happen for themselves.
Now, here is Mirotic. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
They've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, and it's already gotten them a +5 margin in the rebound column.
Here's Galloway. 7-point differential. Now, now. Here is Miritich. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Gibson the screen. Here's Splitter, and it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now here's Williams. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Ultra impressive, guys. Caught them off guard, and they've taken the momentum in this game now.
Here's Clarkson. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Splitter misses.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup.
Pass to Galloway. 1:51 left here in the opening quarter. Bulls trail by 7. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. With the pause in the action, let's bring you the list of teams that have been lighting it up over the last 10 games. The Bulls in second.
Yeah, what an impressive run for this club. Everybody seems to be in a rhythm in terms of scoring, and they are putting up some big numbers.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
That free throw, no good. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Langston Galloway. Jarrell Wright's checked in for Chicago. Second free throw, no good.
So far on the glass, it hasn't even been close.
Yeah, they're taking it to him. It feels like they've got every loose ball.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
And that one good from Clarkson.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Here's Ingles. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. 1:04 left to play in the first. The kick out to Wright. Puts it up from 17. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. The Knicks leading by 7. Here's Ingles. He feeds it to Williams. He dishes it to Seraphin. A follow the pass to Seraphin. Nobody near Williams. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. The pass to Wright. A 3 ball. That is good. 20 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Ingles. Shoots the 3, and that one's good. Ingles has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And he answers right back with a 3 of his own.
Watch out now, Shooky. We got a duel shaping up right here. This could be mano-mano for a little while.
And some tough times for the Knicks, but you listen to Carmelo Anthony, it's clear he's in.
They pulled all the strings to get me here, and I wanted to be here. And yeah, I want New York to be that place where guys want to come play in New York, you know, and I want to retire in New York. I mean, let's just be quite frank.
Knicks fans rooting for Carmelo to help make New York a playoff venue once again.
And you know what? It's going to take a lot more than Carmelo playing strong to get the Knicks back into the playoffs and to make them a destination to where NBA stars want to come.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for New York.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also knocking down the mid-range because they're making good decisions with the basketball.
Anthony is out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then there's Aflalo. Then it's Green. And it's Ingles in at the 3 slot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Splitter dishes to Snell. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by New York.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Ingles kicks to Anthony. Kick out to Aflalo. Here's the 3. The rebound by Gibson. Bulls trail by 5. Now Clarkson. Gibson the screen. Pass to Snell. Six to shoot. Splitter passes to right. Here's Clarkson. Shot misses.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And the basket by Ingles.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Check out the stats for Green. His last 10 games, he's putting up about 12 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you look at those numbers, not bad. But, guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Porzingis, he's checked in for Joe Ingles, and Langston Galloway subbed in for Aaron Aflalo. Mirotic the screen. Rose dishes to Gasol, and he banks in the layup. Gasol's got 6.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Passes it to Porzingis. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Unloads from 13, and he hits the jump shot. 10 points for him.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Left side Rose. To the middle. Deflects the pass. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Anthony, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Nick Young. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Andre Drummond's checked in for Taj Gibson. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
And stretching back over the break, here's how the Knicks have performed. 4th in free throw percentage, 5th in opponent offense, and they're in the top half of the league in challenging those shots. The opponent field goal percentage, the top half of the league. Not bad.
And talking about how consistent they've been at the foul line. So often it's an afterthought, but the good teams find a way to make teams pay for sending them to the free throw line. That's been a key all season. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Galloway. 6 points for him. It's stolen by Rose. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Here's Young. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Now it's just a 3-point New York lead.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
There's a screen. Galloway misses off the left iron. Well, what a season it was for Mirotic last year. Came on stronger for the Chicago Bulls. Continued to improve. Effective in the playoffs. Really a joy to watch in his first year.
And interesting, so much hype going into the season was about Dougie McDermott.
Yes.
And whether or not he was going to be in the running for Rookie of the Year. It ended up being Mirotic. Most years, he could have walked away with that award.
And Anthony gets it to go. Anthony's got 12 points in the game. Bulls trail by 3. Rose with the ball. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. Here's Drummond. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
For Mirotic, he was most valuable late in games, guys. From March on, he led the league in 4th quarter points per game.
And for that note about Mirotic, in the 4th, he outscored LeBron and Westbrook that month. That's impressive for any player, much less a rookie.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. New York's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. Here's Anthony. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
So far in the game for Anthony, he has 12 points and he's pulling down some big rebounds too.
And you know it's a priority. The battle on the boards. One every team tries to win, Clark, and he's put his effort in that category here today.
The Knicks haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. And he knocks down the first one. J.R. Smith's checked in for Chicago. Both free throws good from Anthony. Bulls trail by 4. To the paint. Here's Drummond. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
2 shots, Johnson.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low number.
And fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
It was Amundsen who's checked in for Porzingis. The Knicks leading by 3. Feeds it to Galloway. Back to Anthony. Gasol with the steal. Rose attacking. Good looking screen by Gasol. Rose kicks to Gasol. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Gasol's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Anthony against Mirotic. 6 on the shot clock. Anthony left side. Smith with the defensive effort. The Bulls have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Here's Gasol, and no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And now the Knicks on the break. Green with the ball. Anthony with the bucket.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
To the inside, Gasol. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 7th assist in the game. Green, the pass to Amundsen. New York moving the ball around. Shot is off. Good D by Drummond. Bulls have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. There's the dish to Mirotic. Misses the three.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Galloway, covered by Smith. Galloway kicks to O'Quinn. That's good. O'Quinn's got 6.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Inside. But on that shot, with that, the Knick lead is cut back down to 1 point on the basket from Gasol.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Here's Galloway. He's covered by Rose. Here's the screen. Shot off the screen, and it's sent back by Drummond. And here is Mirotic. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
More good work on the glass there. And it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things their way, no doubt. They've been winning on the back.
And stolen by Mirotic. Dishes to Drummond. Smith outside. Shoots. And it's Chicago scoring again.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He said their plan was run their offense through Smith. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Mark, you talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
New York trailing. Here's Ingles. He has 5. Kicks to Williams. The feed now to Serafin. Williams dishes to Ingles. Off target with his 3.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Smith left side. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Smith's got the lead up to 4 now for the Bulls.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches. And it's not often that one of your enforcers is also one of your best 3-point shooters, but such is the case with J.R. Smith. Everywhere he's gone, he's played both roles, sometimes to the team's benefit, but others to its detriment.
And it's slammed in by Splitter.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Here's Snell. He's guarded by Aflalo. Now, here's Clarkson. Ingles with the rebound. There's a minute 47 left in the second quarter. He kicks it to Seraphin. New York moving it around. Amundsen, the pass to Seraphin. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. Well, Chicago's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And it's Smith missing.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Aflalo goes in. Pass to Seraphin. Williams kicks to Seraphin. 6 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. And here's Aflalo for 3. The shot will not go. Chicago leading. The pass to Smith. Snell kicks to Smith. Splitter sets a screen. Clarkson with the ball. Now guarded by Aflalo. And that one's good.
You know, a good job by the defender of not getting fooled by the step back, but he still got the shot to fall.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Ingles dishes to Seraphin. And Splitter pulls it down. Splitter's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Smith the pass to Clarkson. The Knicks pull it in. Pass to Seraphin. From 11 feet away. Here's Amundsen. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play
Shot's
chance
good.
here.
Hit. Shooting one.
First personal foul.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Free throw, no good by Amundsen. Clarkson. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Bulls lead by 2. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with J.R. Smith. You seem to be playing with plenty of determination. What lit the fire under you tonight?
Coaching and my teammates. I mean, they've been telling me to drive the ball. Just finally click and start driving the ball. Good things happen.
J.R., appreciate the time as always. Kevin?
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I would call that a competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a shaky first quarter for Chicago. They struggled to find an offensive rhythm or come up with enough stops and sunk into a 7-point hole by the end of the period. They got on a more positive track in the second quarter, coming together offensively and getting enough stops to come from behind and grab a 2-point lead at the half. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, they forced their way to some easy buckets, aggressively going to the rack, imposing their will. I mean, taking it inside establishes an attitude and toughness that you can't get any other way.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of energy down low, fighting for each other on the boards, and they helped keep this game tight. If they can continue to do that, it could easily be the factor that swings the game in their favor.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
Knicks fans,
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
And the approach in that first half was an aggressive one. Take it to the teeth of the defense, put them on the heels, and you're either going to score or get to the line.
And mostly he's been getting to the line, guys. I mean, he has the free throw total to show for it, as well as the bumps and bruises.
Tipping off the second half, here's Fred Hoiberg's 5. They've got Drummond. Rose is out there with Smith. And it's Young, and it's Gasol at the power forward position. Now the Bulls with it. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando, and they'll take on the Magic. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Up again, and it's Drummond with the jam. And the Bulls lead by 2.
That kind of putback turns a simple rebound into a highlight play.
He assaulted the glass, you're right, then assaulted the rim.
Yeah, straight bringing the hard hat on that one. That's what you like to see on the backcourt. He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Inside, and it's by O'Quinn. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Galloway kicks to Anthony for the lead. Nice touch on the back shot. Anthony's got 20 points.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Left side Rose, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Knicks have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Galloway kicks to Green. He feeds it to Galloway. Porzingis passes to Galloway. Five to shoot. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 8 rebounds in this game. Rose kicks to Drummond. Down low. Back to Smith. Drummond with a screen on Green. Rose against Green. Shoots it. Rose, no good. The Knicks shooting at 50% in a decent group. And there's Green on the assist by Anthony. And the Knicks lead by 2.
A nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
Outside Rose. The teardrop falls in. Rose has got 6.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Galloway. He's covered by Rose. To the paint. The shot's good from O'Quinn. O'Quinn's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Chicago calls timeout.
For Smith. How the second half of the season has shaped up for him. He's right around 9 points a night, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And fellas, I would say he's been overachieving a little bit lately. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things for the future.
There's the screen. Back to Drummond. It's tipped. There's Galloway. He's got 6, and Green gets it to go.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Bulls trail by 4. Rose kicks to Gasol. Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd quarter of play now. Gasol a screen. 5 on the clock. Rose dishes to Gasol. And again, Chicago. No good. New York leading by 4. So many people overlooked Pau Gasol prior to last season, seemed to think that Clark, he was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after.
Now Rose, he has 6. Gasol a screen. On its way from Young for 2. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Young's got 10 points.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here's Anthony. Takes it off the glass. Anthony's got 8 here in the quarter.
You know, and with Pau Gasol, it was weird to think that the Lakers were just so ready to let him go and move on.
Drummond a screen. And Young, here we go. No good there off the double clutch.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Passes to Porzingis. There's the pick. Galloway, the pass to O'Quinn. Chicago grabs the miss. Drummond's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
And with the skill set that Pau has and the year he had, there's no telling how long he can play at a high level. Again, one of those guys that's never been reliant on the athletic ability to have an impact.
New York calls timeout. Up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He told Gasol that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Rose goes in. But on that shot, with that, the Knicks lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Gasol.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
There's a good screen. Pass to Porzingis. Mirotic grabs the miss. For Chicago, they've gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. He dishes it to Young. Puts up the baby hook, and no good. Trying to use the glass. The Knicks have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Anthony kicks to Green. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Green's got 7 points here in this quarter.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Now here's Rose. Guarded close, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, this set of players deserves credit for some of the most creative playmaking we've seen in the second half of the season. The top passers among small forwards since the All-Star period. Third is Carmelo Anthony.
The passes we've seen some of these guys make from the wing, just outstanding, truly gifted distributors.
I tell you what, you could put the isolated cam on these guys and you would notice how flawlessly they execute those entry passes. They create so many easy baskets in the low post because of how on time and on target those feeds are.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And a new group in for the Knicks. It was Amundsen. He's checked in for Porzingis. Derek Williams comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Green. And it's Joe Ingles in for Langston Galloway. Chicago also making some changes. Splitters checked in for Gasol. Gibson comes in for Wright. And it's Clarkson in for Rose. And so Mirotic nails both of them.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Here's Ingles. He has 5. To the middle. Here's Serafin. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
The Bulls making a switch here. Snell's checked in. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for New York.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And also, I think it's really led to the rhythm and confidence you've seen from long range tonight throughout the entire game.
Clarkson with the ball. He has 6. Splitter sets a screen. Clarkson kicks to Splitter. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Splitter's got 8.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Really an extraordinary game for Serafin. He has 11 points, and they've got to be happy with his work on the glass, too.
They really do. He is not giving up any ground in the paint, and when the ball goes up, you know he's going to be there to fight.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Serafin. And so here is Chicago. They trail by 6. Here's Mirotic. Second shot opportunity. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
That's his first personal foul.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
You know, guys, that's not quite the same success rate he had at the line last year, although it is somewhat in the neighborhood of last year's numbers.
Ingles kicks to Amundsen. Aflalo dishes to Serafin. 16 feet away. Chicago grabs the miss. Mirotic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Now, here's Clarkson. Not a lot of room. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Ingles. 5 points in the game. Aflalo outside. Now Amundsen. Here's Serafin. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Bulls trail by 3. Feeds to Mirotic for the tie. The Knicks pull it in. Williams has got his 5th rebound in this one.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
You know, watching Aaron Aflalo, incredible form on his jumper, excellent mid-range shooter who's made himself into one of the league's better three-point shooters, too.
They set the screen. Clarkson passes to Mirotic. Bulls moving the ball around. Clarkson kicks to Mirotic. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Aflalo, that's good.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Here's Snell. He's guarded by Aflalo. And there's the foul. It's on Aaron Aflalo. That's his first foul. Here's Snell. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. 5 on the clock.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Aflalo kicks to Ingles. Back to Aflalo. They set the pick. The dish to Seraphin. Another shot, and Gibson sends it back. And here's Clarkson. He's got 6. Dishes it to Gibson. Miritich against Aflalo. It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Miritich.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Seraphin dishes to Ingles. Amundsen, the pass to Seraphin. And the basket good. Seraphin's got 15.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Off the pick and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Splitter's got 4 points in the quarter. Ingles kicks to Williams. There's a good screen. Off the pick. Aflalo, no good. Bulls trail by 6.
I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
So do I, Greg. I mean, I agree with you. They need to get a quick look and then try to get another possession after that.
To the left side wing. The feed to Miritich to the right side. Clarkson passes the Splitter. Kicks it to Miritich from outside the arc. It's rebounded by New York. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Ingles. He's got 5. Seraphin inside. Off the mark. The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Knicks. They lead by 6. We've got more in store for you right after this. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Bulls trail by 6. They've got Porzingis. Also, Kyle O'Quinn is out there. Aflalo is out there with Anthony. And it's Galloway in at the 1. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. And it's off the back rim. No good. New York's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. Back to Aflalo. A 3-ball. It's Drummond with the rebound.
The clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Aflalo's gone 4 of 10 here, has 6 misses. Baseline jumper. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Gasol.
And you're starting to see some tired legs on those defenders as we come down the stretch here, Clark.
Galloway kicks to Anthony. The pass to Aflalo. He feeds it to Galloway. Pass to Carmelo. They set the pick. Shot clock at 5. He took good advantage of that screen. Anthony's got 10 points in just the second half.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Gasol a screen. Rose dishes to Gasol. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. And that's now 20 points for Pau Gasol. The Knicks leading by 4. Outside Anthony. He kicks it to Aflalo. Now, here's O'Quinn, defended by Drummond. puts up a three. The shot no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Here we go, one-on-one, and it's slammed in by Smith.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Takes it from 10. Aflalo, no good.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Outside Rose. Passes it to Young to tie it up. It's rebounded by New York. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Galloway kicks to Anthony. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. They get Paul Gasol.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Carmelo Anthony taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And New York making a change here. Green's checked in. Both good from the line that time.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. After like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. With his team struggling from three-point territory, he told them to start looking for more high-quality shots inside the paint. We're forcing too many threes, he said. Stop with the bombs and work it inside.
The Knicks leading by 4. Green, the pass to Galloway. Here's Porzingis. Here's Galloway. Well, Quinn trying to free himself up. Galloway with the bucket. And the Knicks lead by 6.
You know, there's no fear out of him, guys. I mean, going straight to the hoop against a much bigger defender, he's got a lot of heart.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Young dishes to Rose. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screen play. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Defense Chicago. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Clock at 4. To Porzingis. 3-pointer. That's good. And so Galloway with the assist.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Picked them clean. Now here's Anthony. Launches it. It's Drummond with the rebound. And Young kicks to Drummond. Gasol against Anthony. Gasol no good. The Knicks leading by 7. Green passes to Galloway. He dishes it to Anthony. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Smith kicks to Drummond. Rose dishes to Gasol. From 8. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Gasol's got 6 in the quarter.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek Fisher had some words for his team over that last break. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Carmelo Anthony. Coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there, with the ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. Guys, they're operating under the principle that it's never too late to fine-tune the game plan. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thanks. There's Galloway. He's covered by Rose. Galloway, no good. And with Rose again, he showed flashes last season of his level of play, Clark, before the injury.
Yeah, exactly. And you hate to see any player go down with injuries, especially a talent like Derrick Rose. He still needs to show that he can regain that high level of NBA play for an entire season. I think that's just a matter of time.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
He's off on the first. So we can't get either to fall. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Galloway. Drills it from outside. And the Knicks lead by 8.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Outside Rose. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And all quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the fourth.
New York moving the ball around. Here's Galloway, who's covered by Rose. Gasol with the steal. And here's the break. Right on that shot. With that, the Knick lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Young.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggression.
Outside Rose. The 9-foot shot. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Anthony with it. Gasol covering. Gasol against Anthony. No good. And it's Chicago the other way. Young with the ball. Feeds it to Rose. To the right wing. And that one's good. Drummond.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Galloway, the pass to Porzingis. Young against Anthony. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Drummond's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Smith kicks to Rose. Six for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
And Young comes over to help. Unloads from 13. He clangs that one off the back iron and down it falls. And that's now 30 points for Carmelo Anthony. Bulls trail by 4. Rose sets the screen for Young. Outside Rose. blocked. The drive by Green. And Young comes over to help. Here's Porzingis. From outside, off the mark. And Chicago shooting it brilliantly here lately. 60% from the field. This all setting the pick for Rose. Young dishes to Drummond. Missed inside. New York leading by 4. Here's Galloway. Here's O'Quinn. That one wide left.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
And it's Young at the elbow. From 8, it's tipped. Now Anthony. There's the dish to Galloway. Anthony against Drummond. Anthony down low. And Gasol sends it back. Rose against Green. Rose passes to Young. And the shot is long.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
To the paint, Porzingis. Count the bucket. And the Knicks lead by 6. Time called here, the Bulls decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 6. 1:32 left in the 4th quarter. Gibson's checked in for Pau Gasol. .132 left here in the 4th quarter. And Young, here we go. And O'Quinn sends it back. Well, he holds the reins to this team, and we're seeing some examples, guys.
And that's the kind of take charge leadership that every team desperately needs.
Shoot 2. Shoot 2.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. Can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. Galloway kicks to Anthony. 1:16 left to play here in the 4th. Here's O'Quinn. It's all in by the Bulls. Gibson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Young outside. Shot to stop the drought. It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you better off sending them to the free throw lines than to have them get that good a look.
And the pass to Porzingis. Green kicks to Galloway. Hits the 3-point bomb. And the Knicks lead by 7.
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is secure.
I'm almost ready to go there with you, partner. Not quite. I'm hanging around at that 98% mark. So it's just about done, but I need a little more evidence to close the book on it.
There's 42 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Kept alive.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Green kicks to Galloway. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots from the line. Rebound by Smith. Young from from outside. Shot is off. There's Galloway. So it's New York picking up the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But Clark, in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Yeah, you know, it looked like for a moment there the outcome was in doubt, but give them a lot of credit for hanging tough, persevering, and finishing strong.
Carmelo, we have a question from one of your biggest fans. How do you get off your shots when you're in such a tight coverage situation? A defender right in your grill.
It's easy. If my man backed up on me, shoot it. If I got two, pass the ball, find somebody else.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson. Got Shaquille O'Neal, got Kenny the Jet Smith. Without further ado, let's take a look at our Jordan player of the game. He had a double-double. It made a huge difference tonight. He never let up, and his performance really inspired the rest of his team.
He came through with some big buckets down the stretch, Shaq. 4 3-pointers all together for him, that's big. And the key for him offensively, he took great shots.
Well, just look at his assists. I mean, that tells the story for the game right there. He was seeing the court so well, always seemed to make the right decisions. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.